I'll start the next chapter, that is chapter number 6, and the name of the chapter is fraction. Okay, so I'm starting the next new chapter, chapter 6, fraction. So chapter 6, fraction. Okay, so what is the fraction? You must know it first. You heard some numbers like 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 7, 9 by 7, 11 by 3. You have heard this type of number, no? So this type number is actually called the fraction. Okay. Example I am telling. Suppose you have a one piece of paper. Right? This piece of paper. This piece of paper. Suppose you are dividing it equal 2 parts. You have divided it equally 2 parts. One part you have shaded it. Right? So this shaded part you will represent how 1 by 2. Okay? Because this was the one paper and it is divided in 2 equal parts. So this shaded part will be represented by 1 by 2. Unshaded part also will be represented by 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is what? It is fraction. Upper part, lower. Upper number, lower. Okay. One more. Suppose that a big piece of paper, you are dividing it in 4 equal parts. How many parts you have divided? In 4 equal parts. You have shaded one part. So this shaded part, how you will represent? It will be represented 1 by 4. Why 1 by 4? Because how many parts are there? In how many parts you have divided? You have divided in 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have shaded only one part. Okay? So shaded part is 1 only. Okay? And out of how many? 4. That's why it is written 1 by 4. But unshaded part, listen carefully. Unshaded, not shaded part. Okay? So not shaded or unshaded part, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. That is unshaded part. Okay? So 3 are unshaded out of 4. So you will write it unshaded part. Three out of 4. So it is 3 by 4. So these type numbers like 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, these type of number actually called the fraction. So how you define? So the fraction is compositions of upper number or the lower. This upper number, it is called the numerator, and the lower number means this, it is called the denominator. So fraction is composition of numerator and the denominator. Okay. One more I am taking. Suppose one big piece of paper, we have divided in many parts. So how many parts I am divided? I have divided it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 parts. So out of 8 parts, suppose I shaded it 1, 2, 3 I shaded. Right? So what will be the fraction of shaded part? 3 out of total 8. So how will represent it? 3 by 8. This is shaded. Shaded part. Right? Unshaded part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 by 8. So 5 pieces are unshaded out of 8. So we'll represent it 5 by 8. This is unshaded. So clear? So this type of number 5 by 8, 3 by 8, 5 by 8, 3 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, etc., 9 by 7, whatever. So this type of number is called the fraction. So fraction is compositions of numerator and denominator. The upper number This upper number it is called the numerator and the lower number this is called the denominator. Okay. So upper number. Now the fraction have different kinds. Okay, fraction definition I told that fraction is a composed of numerator and the denominator. That is called the fraction. Okay. Now fraction is different types like proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction, like fraction, unlike fraction. Okay. So first I am telling you about the proper fraction. What is the proper fraction? So very simple, the definition of proper fraction is if the numerator means upper number. If the upper number is lower than the denominator means the lower number. Okay. So if numerator is less than the denominator, that is called the proper fraction. For example, here 1 by 2 is proper fraction. Why? Because the upper number, that is numerator, is less than the denominator. Here 1 by 4 also the proper fraction because numerator is less than the denominator. Here 3 by 8 is also proper fraction because the numerator is less than the denominator. Then 5 by 8 also the proper fraction because numerator is less than the denominator. So everybody understand what is the definition of proper fraction? The proper fraction, the numerator is less than the denominator. Any fraction, if numerator is less than, okay, I am telling again, if numerator is less than the denominator, then it will be called the proper fraction. Only one condition, that is numerator must be less than the denominator. Second, that is improper fraction. What is the improper fraction? Just opposite of the proper fraction. Means the numerator must be greater than the denominator. Opposite of this. Suppose 3 by 8. 3 by 8 is written 8 by 3. So this 8 by 3 it becomes the improper fraction. 8 by 5. This will be improper fraction. Okay. You can write the 4 by 3. You can write the 5 by 2. Okay, so these number you will see in these all numerator is greater than the denominator. So this type of fraction is called the improper fraction. So first was the proper, numerator less than denominator, improper, numerator greater than the denominator, and the improper fraction it can be converted in a mixed fraction. How we can convert the improper fraction in mixed fraction? In mixed fraction, actually that is the one portion. It will be two portions. One portion will be the whole number, okay, or natural number of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and second part will be the fraction. Okay, so whole number plus the natural number plus fraction, that is the mixed fraction. Okay, I am telling you will understand better. Improper fraction, suppose we have a one improper fraction, like I telling you that is 4 by 3, right? This 4 by 3 also we can write one whole number, okay, one whole number 1 by 3, okay, why? 4 divided 3. How many times it will divisible? One time. One is coming remainder, right? So this 4 by 3 we can write the quotient. It will come as a whole number. Remainder it will come in the numerator. Divisor it will come in the denominator. You also can write 1 plus 1 by 3. That is same thing. Okay. When we solve it, 3 into 1, that is 3 plus 1 by 3, that is 4 by 3. Also you can write this one 3 plus 1 4. Okay, 1 into 3 plus 1 upon 3, that is 4 by 3. So this mixed improper fraction it can be converted in a mixed fraction. How we can convert? I told you, we'll divide the numerator by the denominator. 4 is divided by 3, we are getting 1 remainder. one quotient. Okay, so here it will come quotient as a whole number. In numerator we'll write the remainder, and in the denominator will come the divisor, right? So when we solve it, again you will see that same number will come 3 multiplied with the 1, that is 1 into 3. This will be added plus 1 and then 3. So 3 plus 1, 4 by 3. Also this can be written in this form, but usually we are writing in mixed fraction this form. Instead of writing in this manner, we are writing the mixed fraction in this way. Understand what is the mixed fraction? So first I told you proper, second improper, third mixed. Mixed fraction it can convert in a improper, and improper only can convert in a mixed. Okay, right now? Now I am telling the like fraction. What is the like fraction? Very simple. Many fraction is giving. So if you see in these all fraction, their denominator are same number, right? If you get denominator same in all the given fraction, then these given fraction will be like fraction. Got it? What is the like fraction? If you have a many given fraction, and in all these fractional number you will see that denominator is same, then it is called the like fraction. Okay, it is very important, like fraction, because when we are comparing two fraction, first we will convert in like fraction, then only we can able to compare the two fraction, that which fraction is greater, which is less. Okay, then it is called the like fraction. So like fraction, denominator of the each fraction must be same, right? Then one more type of fraction, that is called the unit fraction. Unit fraction, if the numerator is 1, okay, in any fraction if numerator is 1, then it is called the unit fraction. Before explaining the question about the comparisons of two fractions, I am telling one more thing, that what is equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction, important thing. Equivalent, you know the word, meaning of the word equivalent means almost equal or equal. So equivalent fraction, that I am telling. Suppose one number is given, one fraction is given. The fraction is suppose 3 by 5. Okay, I am taking a general number 3 by 5, and you want to find out the equivalent fraction of this 3 by 5. Right now, so you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number, and whatever new fraction you will get, that will be the equivalent of the given fraction. Okay, suppose we want to find out the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. So this 3 by 5 multiply by, you can multiply by any number. I am taking first 2. So you will get what? 6 by 10. So this 6 by 10 is equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. Got it? 6 by 10 is equivalent of 3 by 5. Why? Because if you solve it, if you convert it simplest form, right now, if you divide the numerator denominator by the same number, by the common number, you will get again 3 by 5. So that's why 6 by 10 is equivalent to 3 by 5. Second equivalent fraction, you can multiply 3. So what it will come? 9 upon 15. So 9 upon 15 is also equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. You can multiply it by 4. So what you get? 12 upon. So that is also equivalent fraction of 3 by 4. So like this you can find out as many equivalent fractions that much you want. Okay? Got it? 3 equivalent fraction, 5 equivalent fraction, 6 equivalent fraction. You can find out by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number. By 2, by 3, by 4. Got it? Any doubt, confusion? No. It's very easy, right? You can multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. Whatever fraction you will get, these all will be the equivalent fraction of the given number. Okay? Now, I am telling you how we can compare the two given fraction. Compare means you are able to tell that which fraction is greater or which is the smaller. One more question, one question I'm taking. Okay, comparisons of two fractions. So I'm taking a general question. Suppose the question is 11 by 5 and 9 by 7. 11 by 5 and 9 by 7. This 11 by 5 and 9 by 7 we have to compare. We want to find out that which fraction is greater or which is the smaller. Out of these, 11 by 5 is greater or 9 by 7 is greater. Which is greater? Okay, generally if the number is given, natural number is given like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are able to that if 6 is greater than 5, 7 is greater than 6 or general number is given. So we can tell that 100 is greater than 99. But in fraction number, how will know that which fraction is greater, which is the smaller? Are you getting? Right now? It's very easy thing to finding the natural number which is greater, which is smaller. It is easy to know about the integers or whole number also, that which is greater, which is the smaller. Like you know that -1 is smaller than 0. You know that 0 is smaller than all positive integers. Okay, but in fraction it is difficult. So there is a process. Okay, by that process we'll solve the question, and then we able to know that which fraction is smaller. So first we'll convert the fraction in like fraction. Whatever fraction is given, we'll convert in like fraction. Like fraction, what I told you, like fraction means denominator must be same. Okay, as many numbers are given, their denominator must be same. If the denominator is same, then we'll say it is a like fraction. So first we'll convert in like fraction. So we want to same denominator. So which number will write? We cannot write any number. No, here like 15 and 15 will write. So the number will be their LCM. What number will write in their denominator? Their LCM. So first we'll find out the LCM. LCM of 5 and 7. So the LCM of 5 and 7 will be 35. Why? Because 5 and 7 is prime number. So always remember, then if two numbers are given and both the numbers are prime, so their LCM will be simply their product. Okay, got it, no? If you want to find out the LCM of two or more number and each number is prime, their LCM will be their product. Like here 5 and 7 both are the prime number, so their LCM will be 5 into 7 is 35. Now what we'll do? We'll convert denominator of both the fraction equal to their LCM, that is 35. We'll write here 35 and also here 35. So how we can write 35 here? How we can write? Okay, you know, you cannot write simple 35 over there. We have to go through the process. And what is the process is that if you want to write instead of 5 as a denominator of this fraction 35, you have to multiply by which number? By 7. And since you have multiplied the denominator by 7, numerator also multiply by the same number. Otherwise, everything becomes 0. So this is 7. So the fraction 11 by 5 is converted in 77 upon 35. Second fraction, that is 9 by 7. This also we want the same denominator, that is 35. Then only the fraction is converted in like fraction. So we have to multiply by which number? 5. So 5, this also will multiply. 7 5 is 35. 9 5 is. Okay, so the 11 by 5 is converted into 77 upon 35. 9 by 7 is converted into 40. So this is converted in a like fraction because the denominator is same. When we have converted into like fraction, we'll compare their numerator. We'll see whose numerator is greater. So you'll see that 77 is greater than 45. So since 77 is greater than 45, right, the 77 upon 35 also will be greater than 45 upon 35. And 77 upon 35, this is the value, this is the like fraction, this is the converted fraction of or equivalent fraction of 11 upon 5. 77 35 is equivalent fraction of 11 by 5. So we will write it actual value, and this 45 upon 35 is equivalent of 9 by 7, because we have multiplied by 5, then only you got it. So in place of this. So we are able to compare now that these two given fractions, 11 by 5 and 9 by 7, which is greater, which is smaller. So we can say now that 9 by 7 is smaller than 11 by 5, or 11 by 5 is greater than 9 by 7. So like this, if you have a given two fraction, okay, you can find out which is greater, which is smaller. It's not necessary only for the two. It can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5. Okay, when we take the problems to arrange the fraction in order, like arrange the given fraction in ascending order, arrange the given fraction in descending order, we'll go through this process only. What we'll do, we'll convert all the fraction into the like fraction first, and then we'll arrange their numerator, okay, in order, whether it is increasing or decreasing, which you want, and then we write their order. Okay, we are able to tell, or we are able to find that the given numbers in increasing order or decreasing order, or we can compare the fraction which is greater, which is the smaller, right? So in next class I will take more questions, I will explain you. Okay, till that, thank you.